Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's Adam Ratliff with Adam So Fun, and today we are finally stitching step 1 of the chain link quilt along, presented by ProStitcher. I think this is technically week 4. Week 1 we picked, a 2-week cut, week 3 we piece, week 4 we stitch. So we're going to stitch this week and next week. So this week, there's not a lot of hard things in this. So we're going to do, this week we're going to talk about stitching the ditch using ProStitcher. There's already a video on borders and corners. There's already videos, there's already videos for borders and corners, so I'm not going to recreate that. The other thing is just skewing blocks into place. Not going to recreate that. I am going to go over the connect side because ProStitcher has some designs. I got to grab my computer that they have recommended for this. So there's the braided belt border. We're going to actually end up using those inside our blocks. We have the pearls and swirls border. I'm not going to be doing that one. That is a border that's going inside our piece border on the outside. I feel like I'm going to leave that open. There's going to be a lot of stitching in there. Just personal preference. I don't think I'm going to do anything there. If I need to add it later, I can always go back in and add it. Not a hard thing. We're going to have the rope border, which I'm very excited about. So I'll be doing the rope border, rope corner. Perfectly on point is a design that will go in the outside blocks. I might skip that one and just use the double triangle feather for all of my blocks and just pretend like this design keeps going. That's the great thing about you being the quilter, is you get to decide how you want to quilt it. If you scroll to the last page of the design, it shows you how they quilted it, but importantly, I want to show you how you can use ProStitcher to stitch the ditch. Now, I'm going to be honest, I usually stitch the ditch mostly with rulers. I can stitch them very fast. I'm pretty good at it. Probably better if I use ProStitcher, but we're going to be using the mark feature. So that's what we're going to feature today's video, is using the mark to stitch the ditch. But I did want to go over buying the designs on Connect and downloading them straight to my tablet so we could use them. One thing, I just updated today to the latest beta version 7.24. It was so easy. I put a video out updating with Connect because I did use my Connect. I was able to download it, update it, do everything right at my tablet. I didn't even have to go anywhere else. It was fantastic. I also did all of my Windows updates. I knew it was going to take a while. It took a few hours, so that's done. By the way, I don't like Windows, but I can't do anything about it. You can see this. I have a Mac. So I'm going to bring you up close so we can see the camera. So the camera can see the screen. So let me do this. I got to turn some lights off. There we are. It makes it so much nicer for the camera when all the lights are off. So I just turned my machine on. I turned my infinity lights off. I'm trying to make it dark in here so we get a nice good screen. So I'm in ProStitcher Connect version. If I hit the I over here on the right, and then I hit the about up here in my ribbon, I can see that I'm on version 2308.0724. So I'm using 724 baby, and from what I've heard, people are loving it. So I'll turn that off. I'm going to my ProStitcher patterns tab. So I'm at my PS patterns. I'm actually not on the home page. I came in and logged in because I didn't want anyone to see my login stuff. So here you are. If you're searching, just keep in mind, if you're searching for designs that you want to use your downloads for, new in-house designs will bring up all of the designs that you're available for your free downloads. Browse quilting patterns. These are the actual patterns. This is where, if I click there, I can go and pick up the chain link quilt. So if you're a member, you get that chain link quilt for free, and they do have a new pattern every month. So I need to go find some patterns. So I'm just going to hit my patterns button, and it should load. So you can see down here in the bottom left, it's loading, and it should take me to another screen. So I can use my search bar. Yes, no, maybe so. There we go. So I'm going to use these searches over here. Ooh, new things. Whale watching, that's fun. Okay, I'm not gonna get distracted. Ooh, what's that one? Aurora Borealis, I like that one too. I'm not gonna get distracted. I'm going to search, and I'm gonna type here. I can see my cursor over there flashing. You can kind of see it. When I have my cursor there, I can type my keyboard, and this one's gonna call braided belt. did I spell braised? What did I spell? Braided. We'll see. Uh-oh, I need that back, and I'm gonna hit enter. Now I didn't write the whole word. Oh, there it is, yay! So I just need the braided belt. I'm not doing a corner, I don't believe. Let me make sure. No, we are not using corners. So I just need to get the braided belt. So I'll pop that there. And I can see it's one membership download. They just did an update. I want to show you this. So we are going to add to cart. And hopefully my cart, oh, I love spending money on things. Even more so when they're free. Yay, I have one thing in my cart. Let's go back to patterns. What do I need next? All right, I just added this design to my cart, but I've made a mortal error. And what that error is, I'm gonna scroll back to the top. I forgot to check and see if it's also available in a set. So right here, use this digital quilting design on your next quilted project. This design is included in the Framed Star Quilt Project 8-piece set. So I can use one membership download for this one design, or I can get that whole set. So we're gonna hit this button first. Sometimes they'll come up with it, sometimes they won't. We're gonna find out right now. And I don't see anything else here that says that set. So I'm gonna come to my search, and I am going to come up here, and we are Framed Star Quilt. And I think it was Framed Star Quilt Project. Enter, and we're gonna see if it comes up. There we are, bundle 1 membership download. So this bundle is probably $100. I don't know, 8 pieces, $75, $90, I don't know because I can't see the price. But we always want to get the bundle where you get all of these designs for the same price as from one membership down. Oh, I like that quilt. Oh my gosh, we might need to make that quilt. I wanted the HQV files, of course. Anytime you shop, if HQV is available, it's the one to go. And I'm going to add to cart. And then I'm going to, once this up here populates and says 2, what else is in here? Are all my designs in this? So what is this? I think that's the corner piece. Oh, all of these, oh my gosh, they did us a solid. So this is one of the designs that I needed. I'm trying to scroll the opposite way, that's funny. So for this project, we need this. We needed the braided belt. We also needed the perfectly on point, which is this one. We also needed the, let me go see what the name of it was. Oh, that's not what I'm looking for. We also needed the double triangle feather, which is what this one is. So my one membership download is going to get me all of the designs, except for the rope. So we're going to have to go get the rope border, and then if you're doing the pearls and swirls. So I'm going to go to my cart, and I want to hit the braided, let's see, there we are. I do not want this braided border, because then I'm buying it twice. So we're going to delete that one. All right, there, so I only have one thing in my cart. It still says 2 up here, that's weird. Let's go to patterns and refresh this, because we have to go get the rope border and rope corner. Sorry for the loading time. And, oh, I always forget that. I'm just gonna type in rope, and hopefully that will bring them both up and not too many other things. All right, there's our rope corner, rope border. Oh, and there's our braided one. We already have that. So, oh, apparently I already have this. It says view in library. This is one of the new things that they added. So if you already have that design, it will say view in library for you. I don't have the corner, so let's go pick up the corner. So it shows you so you're not purchasing it twice. They are continuing to update this as things go and add new features. This is a pretty new feature that already in your library button. So I need to remember that. So there's my one membership download. So now I have all the designs I need. I'm going to my cart. I'm going to go check out. Do I want to use a $20 gift card? No, I do not. 2 membership downloads. Proceed to checkout. So now I've downloaded, or I've not downloaded. Now I have purchased those 2 designs. Right here is where I can download them. We're going to pop that one, download that set for us. I love Connect. This makes it so easy to come and download and buy and get those designs right when we need. This is great. And I love that they use those from that start. I wonder how many people aren't going to look and do the trick that you just learned from Adam So Fun. Always so fun. That's why you should like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you're notified when new videos drop. It's still downloading. Of course, it's going to be the long download. When that one's done, I will do the continuous rope. And then I also, or the corner, and then I have to go pick up that rope design as well. Oh my gosh, download faster. I don't have things to say. I will just start singing. I sing every day. I thought that would finish it out, and it did not. So we're just here, having fun. I'm so excited about this. Oops, I hit the camera. Oh my gosh, how big. This files usually download really quick. I hit another button. I wonder, we're gonna try something else. The rope design. There's the rope. Juju Hearts, Art Deco Fans. It does come up as a weird name, but that's okay. And these 3 colors, beige is HQF, green is HQV, blue is QLI. I always say green means go, B is better, beige is beige. If you have a chance, use the green one. Well, that one downloaded quick. Downloads library. Let's go check that. There we are. I'm going to try to download it from here. It has a lot of pieces to it, so I think that's what's taken so long. But we'll just let that go for a second. Oh, it stopped loading. Is it there? We're going to have to check it. Well, I don't want to do that. Oh, I just hit the wrong button. There we go. Whatever. I need to go find that rope design one more time. I have a lot of designs in my design library, and I don't want to scroll through them and then miss it. So I'm just gonna reload that page. Also, you'll see it right here. I have 6 membership downloads. One of the things that they announced, and I only caught the end of this, so I hope I'm saying this correctly, is that you are going to be able to bank up to 10 downloads. So it's still a use it or lose it, but you can have up to 10. So you can basically accrue 10. Rope. So if you forget 1 month, they're not going to disappear on you anymore. Now, I hope that's true because I can't really crop that out of what I'm doing. But, so look, I just purchased this. Now it says view in library. So I want to view in library here because I want to download this design. And this is going to be the faster way to do it. Well, it didn't bring it up. That would be all downloads. Let's see if it's in a border. They also gave us this filter, which is fantastic because you can do edge-to-edge designs. You're like, oh, I knew I bought that. If you're like me, sometimes you buy things and you forget to download them. So I don't have any borders. So let's see if I have edge-to-edge ones. I was really excited. I thought it was going to take me straight to my rope design. Oh, you know what? None of these are going to come out because I think they were all prior to, well, what are my other options? Let's just go. La la la. I'll come back to you. Oh, there it is. Huh. Download. I got there a lot faster than I thought. There's my rope. So I have my rope. I already have my rope. I do not have that other one, so that's interesting that I can't download the frame star. I'm going to try it one more time. It shows it's downloading. And in this case, I'll just download it on my computer. It is what it is. I'm not going to cry over it. No crying over spilt milk. So now let's see, file design open, my PS patterns. There's my rope, there's my rope. And I don't see that other one here. Interesting. I'll have to send off a text. So, yeah, so that is using your PS patterns to download those things. Remember, check out the Frame Star anytime you're buying a design. I didn't even look on these ones. Did I mess it up again? I got so excited about getting the other one. No, it does not have it in a group. So I lucked out because I wasn't paying attention. All right, perfect. I'm gonna go turn some lights on so we can see the quilt top. It does look. Also, hey Adam, you already own this. Don't buy it again. I love that they added that. They're helping y'all. They're helping y'all because they listen. Also, if you have questions, support@ProStitcher.com is who you're gonna email, and you're gonna be very nice. They're trying to help you. Be nice. All right, now that we have light and it's good, we're all basted, we're all ready, we can start stitching. So a few things. I'm a ditch stitcher, so I stitch ditches. I stitch ditches around every border. So I'm gonna come in and move that back. I'm gonna stitch this outside ditch. I'm gonna stitch this inside ditch. I'm gonna stitch this inside ditch because we have a border design going here. We have a border design going here. I'm gonna leave these squares empty, I believe. I'm also going to stitch the ditch around my blocks. But I'm not gonna stitch anything in here. These blocks are basically being treated as one big strip. So this is a big strip, this is a big strip. And we're gonna put designs into each of those. We're gonna use that braided knot kind of design, and it's gonna stitch from there to there. And then we're gonna come in and we're gonna fill it vertically. That's what we're gonna do next week. We're gonna talk about cropping these designs so they nest perfectly, so nobody's gonna know that it wasn't one piece. But this week we are doing just the stitching the ditches. So I'm gonna stitch the outside ditch, we'll stitch the inside ditch, we'll stitch this ditch. I'll come in and stitch some of these ditches just so you can see it. It's very easy. We're gonna be using the mark feature. So that's what we're doing today. Not the whole quilt, just this pass. So let's come up and talk about where we're gonna go on our screen first. So for this application, we're going to be using Record. And you're gonna be like, but you just said we're gonna use Mark. And we are gonna use Mark, but Mark is actually one of the Record features. I could have just brought this towards me before I did this. I zoomed in with the machine way back. So we're going into our ProStitcher tab. Remember, we're working tabs, ribbon, sidebar, where the tabs are file, edit, area, modify, etc. The ribbon is the row under it, and the sidebar is everything on the right side. So I'm gonna tap my ProStitcher tab. Ribbon changes because the tab changes. And in the ribbon, there's a button over here that says Record. I'm gonna hit Record, and now we have the sidebar. We have Mark, we have Record, Clear, you have Jump. I can't use that one yet because we haven't done anything. And there's actually a Snap to Grid on here. Now, I'm not gonna use Snap to Grid because I can assure you that some of these seams are not straight. So it's not gonna be beneficial for me to snap to grid. Also, if I didn't load this right on a grid, snap to grid is never gonna work because I don't have, it would be between the lines. So, and what snap to grid means for those that don't know, if I were to come to this intersection right here, or let's just, here, we'll bottom house refresh, there we are. If I try to put a dot right here in the middle of these lines, and I hit snap to grid, and I hit mark, it shoots to one of the corners. I can't do anything in the middle because it wants to put it on the grid. Oops, I'm just gonna hit marking. What mark does, so I'm just gonna hit mark. I'm gonna move my machine. It's kind of like when we use area. I can hit the screen for those of you who have an Amara, a Forte, an Amara 24, or an Infinity. We have the diamond on our right handlebar, so I can just move and hit that diamond. Seriously, worth the price of the machine. It makes this stuff so easy. So one of the things to note, unlike an area, it is not closing the shape. What I just did is I digitized this design. I can mirror this, I could flip it, I can rotate it, I could crop it, I can save it, I can make it bigger, I can make it smaller. This is digitizing right inside your machine. It's like, I always say, it's like the paint tool. You click and it connects A to B, B to C, C to D with straight lines. If I wanted to jump, I can hit my jump button. And now there's my new start point. I always hit, there we are. And then I can mark, and there's my jump in there. So we're gonna actually use that jump button. So I'm gonna hit this clear down here on the bottom right. That's gonna clear my screen. And we're gonna go to my first spot. So let me move my camera a little bit. Don't get dizzy, sorry. Zoom you out. And you can see my laser light going funky over there. I'm turning my grid off on the screen. And so that screen is still up. That mark screen is still up. I have my Surefoot on. I'm gonna leave my Surefoot on. These aren't super thick seams, and I Laura starred and pressed the crap out of them, so they're laying very flat. I also pressed open, so things are laying pretty flat. So what I wanna do is I'm coming to my seam, my intersection, and I'm gonna hit mark. You'll hear it. I do a little thing, so I'm gonna start there. I'm gonna come down just a tad, and then I'm gonna work my way back up. And I'm going to hit mark a lot because I'm trying to be precise. And I'm going to mark my way around my block. If I move my machine and I don't feel like that seam has shifted much, I can't, or if I feel like the seam is pretty straight, I can go farther. I can add as many marks as I want, and the more marks I do, the better it's gonna look because I'm staying right on that seam. I think we came out of the camera. I'm getting pretty good at this. Oh! Said too soon. Corner, and now I'm gonna work my way down. That's as far as I can go, and I'll come back a little bit. All right, so let's look up. And we're just gonna do one of these first, and then I can come back. There we are. So, here's our screen. You can't see anything. I couldn't see anything. I'm outside my workspace. Bottom house refresh. There is my my marked line. Now, if I zoom in over here, I can see that it's not super straight. There's a little bit of a wave. That's fine. That looks pretty straight when I zoom out, when I bottom house refresh. So now I'm gonna go to my settings. So the settings, the gear up on the top right. And I wanna go to OptiStitch. OptiStitch is always on. I run my machine pretty fast. This is anywhere from 75 to 85% usually. I'm gonna turn this down. I want this to run a little bit slower, so I'm going down to 50. What I just set this at is 1,550 stitches per minute. This is gonna drive me nuts because it's going fast, but what that's gonna let me do is I can kind of manipulate the fabric of the quilt top as it stitches. I'm not gonna do that a lot because I have to also work around the camera. So now that I'm here, I'm gonna go to ProStitcher, quilt, all my things are selected. I'm gonna not hit run yet. I gotta move the camera and stuff, but whenever you see the machine start going, that's what I did. I just hit run, and then I'll do my proceed and everything. I always move the machine to where the pattern wants to start. There, that's what you're gonna be able to see. I'm gonna try to stay out of it as much as I can, but you know, it is what it is, okay? I do wanna, let's see. There we are, that was me changing my tension a little bit because I accidentally changed it the wrong way. There's not enough light, I can't even see my bobbin. Okay, so I just finished, and now my first border has been ditch stitched. And ProStitcher did it. I'm gonna go in, let's go do the next one. For the most part, it looks good. It's hard for me to see when I don't have lights, but I think for the most part, it looks really good. Especially over here. So I'm gonna show you this right side because it looks so good over on the right side. I won't show you where it only looks kind of good because then you won't know that I'm only kind of good. Even though I always tell you all, look how perfect that looks. That it is right in the ditch, it is right perfect. Oh my gosh, glorious, golden. And I am using a Magnifico. I'm using number 2169. I don't know what color that is because I don't have my color chart with me. But it's a 40 weight thread. So at the end, whenever I stitch a few more, I will come in and show you what it looks like. So let's go to our next one. Oops, I hit the thing again. So I'm going back to my ProStitcher tab. I'll hit File, Tab, Clear All. I didn't want anything on my screen. I'll show you how to do that after I do these next ones. And going back to my ProStitcher tab, record, just like I showed you a second ago. And now I'm going to mark this interior border. And I'm just gonna do the same thing. Hopefully I'm a little better this time. I need a light on. Oh, so much better. Oh, I'm not in the correct screen anymore. There we are. You have to be in record for the button to work. What a difference light makes. Oh, I already have a feeling this one's going to be so good. It looks like I'm leaning on the frame. I probably am. Don't lean on the frame when you're marking. Oh my gosh, it will make everything off. I have to say, I did a pretty good job. Oh well, and then I get to the part that's not really great of stitching these ditches. All right, so let's look at the screen. We're going to do something a little bit different this time. There we are. Here we are. We're marked. So now what I want to do is I'm going to take my machine to my next border, which is going to be this one. It's just a seam because we're going to do ropes on the outside, ropes on the inside. So when I get to where I want my first mark to be, so there I'm in the spot I want. We're coming back up to our screen. There we are. We're going to hit this jump button. Can you see that it says jump? It looks like it says jump. We're going to hit jump. And now, if I move up a little bit on my screen, you're going to see that jump and the new start point. And now I'm going to mark this. I'm going to leave you on the screen so you can see the marks pop up. So I'm going to mark this next border. Oh, you're not on the screen anymore. Well, that's fun. You saw a lot of nothing. So this is what my screen currently looks like. And now I'm going to continue marking this border. And I am hitting my handlebar because I have the option. So now let's look at our screen. And now I have both of my borders. You can see they're a little wavy. Again, they follow my seams, so there's nothing wrong with that. And I'm going to my ProStitcher quilt, all my settings are good. I'm gonna take it over to my start point, zoom you out, and it's going to stitch my first one. I'll stop, have a long jump pause. I'm gonna bring up my thread, trim, bring my machine back over and stitch on to the next one. I always stitch left to right. I'm always gonna stitch starting on this side and coming over. When you go the opposite direction, I find that's when I have issues. So I just don't do it. It doesn't hurt me any to not do it. So let's see, there we go. Run. Oh, I was at the wrong place. ProStitcher smarter than I am. It knew where to start. So you could hear it changing speed. That's the little places that maybe it wasn't super straight. So it had a slight change of direction. I have my long jump pause, brought up my threads, coming back over to this side. Now it knows, I know it needs to start somewhere around here. Resume. I love ProStitcher. And a chop. So now, let's see, we're coming back to our screen. This is going so fast. So now this is my screen. I've already stitched this. I'm not ever going to use this again. So what I'm going to do is File tab at the top, in my ribbon, clear all, and that will delete everything on my screen. So I'm done with that. And now I'm going to my ProStitcher tab. I'm going to go record, and we're going to use mark one more time. And this time, I'm going to see if I can move you up a little bit. All right, so now we're going to stitch the ditches around this. And so I'm going to stitch here, 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 and there. So I'm just going to use mark to do that. I can go ding, 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 or do my dings here. I can use either a jump, or I can just travel right on that seam that's already there, or that stitch that's already there. I think I might travel over it. I am using a shiny thread. It's gonna have a little bit of buildup. I mean, 2 layers. I don't mind that. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, remember, at the end of the day, it's just a quilt. We wanna make things easy for us. So I'm gonna start here, ding, ding, and I can travel down, watching my laser light as I go. This is where I want to be super precise, right on top of those stitches, so I get nice overstitching. Right, really accurate, trying to get right on those stitches. Now, say you make a dot and you're like, oh man, I don't want that dot there. Great, just hit undo. You can undo these. In case you didn't know, you can also undo spots that you plot when you're using ProStitcher, or when you're using area. Now I'm traveling on those lines again, trying to be super precise. Ding, ding, ding. And there's my end. So now we'll look up at our screen. We have this beautiful castle. Beautiful. And so now we're going to make ProStitcher stitch this. I'll zoom out and line you up so you can see. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. If the overstitching's really good, I'm gonna show you, and if it's not, I'm just gonna pretend I forgot. ProStitcher quilt run, and we're gonna run this through. Oh, I'm definitely gonna show you that one. Oh, so good. Oh. Well, that one messed up a little bit. Well, I just won't show you that one over there. So ridiculous. I'll always show you. Because nobody would ever know except for I'm going to show you. And I'm going to break my cardinal rule. Do not show off your mistakes. All right, so let's zoom in so you can see what all this looks like. I'm going to move you close. Got to turn off my infinity lights. There's so much lighting I could land a plane. So, oh, I guess that might look better because you get a little bit of shine. So, if I zoom in, I always hit the wrong direction. So there's my ditch that's stitched, going around, and look at that over stitching right there. There are 2 layers of stitching. Got off a little bit there. Gosh, zooming in really shows you everything. There's my over stitching there. It's hidden in the ditch perfect over there. Now let's come over here. Don't get dizzy. We're gonna pan slowly to look at this one where it's totally off. Oh, you can't even tell in the video, but right there, right about in that corner, it got off a little bit. You can see the ditches around my blocks. So that's stitching the ditch with Mark. I don't think Mark gets enough love. I don't think any of the record functions get enough love, but in case you didn't know that you could do this, that's how you would do it. Now I'm going to point you back down. So now I'm going to put my border in, and I'm going to do the rope border, do my corners. I'm not chunking this, so I'm just going to do my corners. Oops, you're not even looking. So I'm going to do my corner out there, corner here, put the rope in the inside, corner and corner. Again, I'm leaving everything out of my 2-inch blocks. Or my squares, I'm not going to put anything in there, and then I'm going to use those designs in my blocks here. And you all know how to do that because you're fantastic and amazing, and if you don't, go watch some of my videos. They teach you how to do all that stuff, but this is marking your ditches. Alright everyone, so that is using Mark to stitch your ditch. You could mark up so much and go off and stitch all those ditches and get all those things done. It's just thinking about how you might do it, where you might need to add jumps, and if those jumps make you nervous, just do one section at a time. I have some work to do. I gotta go get the rest of this quilted so we can do the knotted rope part. So I'm gonna go, but don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you're notified when new videos drop. Also follow me on social media, AdamSoFun with an SEW on Facebook and Instagram. You see a lot of things there that don't make it to the channel. I try to do lives every Tuesdays at 1 p.m. Pacific, so if you're around, I do them live on YouTube and on Facebook, so if you have questions and stuff, you can come give me a holler there. But you know, we'll see you next week when we're gonna go in, we're gonna use the knotted design, and we're gonna do some really fun custom cropping, so make sure you hit that bell so you're notified when the video drops, because you won't want to miss it. What do I always say? At the end of the day, it's just a quilt. At the end of the day, it's just quilting. We want to have a good time. Bye everybody. Go have fun quilting.